Hello, my name is Vidhi, and I'm going to present the Code Top 10 project of 2016, that is, the John Craig Venter Institute in Santiago. The project was shaped by a remarkable site of about 2.3 acres in the Upper Mesa neighborhood of La Quella on land leased from the University of California, Santiago, which views to the Pacific Ocean. It was designed by the architect ZGF Architects LLP, and it was completed in the year November 2013. It received the LEED Platinum certificate. Because the site is situated on the edge of La Quella Skeleton Canyon Ecological Reserve, a precious natural resource was used for research and education to promote the understanding and protection of the biological resources, which made it critical to respect both the reserve during and after construction. The vernacular architecture of the region had various types of houses with different architectural styles and materials like the Victorian home, craftsman home, and Spanish home. These types of construction had different low-pitch roofs or red-pitched roofs, wide overhangs, exposed roof rafters, porches, stucco surfaces, and asymmetrical facades. This widely played a crucial role in the selection of roof patterns, material for construction, and use of vernacular architecture as a part of the Buildings Institute. Through the timeline, it's understood how it took over a decade to escalate the idea of developing a private research institute to learn more about genomics. In collaboration with John Craig Venter, Smith sequenced the genome of H. influenza. He later left Johns Hopkins and joined the private research company and became the scientific director of the Institute for Biological Energy Alternatives. Later, in 2006, TIGR and IBEA were merged with several other centers to form the John Craig Venter Institute. Through the climate charts and Köppen-Geiger classification, we derive that San Diego is situated in the cold semi-arid climate zone and has varied temperatures throughout the year. This leads the design to adopt techniques like guiding decisions on insulation, HVAC system design, and energy efficiency strategies for optimal comfort and sustainability for seasonal temperature variations. It also suggests moderate northwest and southeast winds that are in the area, which give more potential for passive challenges for cooling and heating throughout the year. This makes it clear how the chart suggests the design to adopt strategies for maximizing wind-driven energy solutions, natural ventilation strategies, and building orientation. Through these floor plans of the Institute designed to optimize space and functional play, we understand the different levels adopted and designed in this institute. Level 1 included wet bench research space in one wing and offices and dry research workspaces in the other, with a courtyard in between that visually connects the occupants. Not only is the vehicular parking provided, but additional bike parking, restrooms, and showers encourage alternate transportation to the institute on the parking level. The level 2 included offices for senior researchers and administrative spaces and a reading room and archaeological storage for historic documents that chronicle the history of the molecular biology. The HVAC equipment for the building is in the interstitial space over the laboratory wing. Lastly, the top level was reserved for more public spaces, including a large conference and seminar room, 3 smaller conference rooms, and a dining area that opens onto a terrace for outdoor meetings. Through these well color-coded layouts, it's clear how various planning strategies were adopted during the design stage. The new building's open and accessible laboratory design has several advantages. Firstly, the equipment was easily shared amongst groups, leading to more evident use of scarce equipment dollars. And this resulted in increased circulation of people within the laboratories, which led to a greater chance of interactions amongst the scientists in different laboratory groups. Even the grouping of support rooms has partial laboratory dividers, which maximize the window area within the open laboratories, and along with 15-feet ceilings resulted in natural daylighting throughout much of the day. The primary sustainable feature would definitely be achieving net zero energy through its advanced design. There were three sustainable features that were highlighted. One was the bioclimate, the deliberate inclusion of large windows in both the wings, even in laboratories, also meant compensating for glare at certain times of the day, and set of deep eaves on the southern exposure minimized the hours of direct sunlight in the laboratories, which made it a bioclimatic area. The second would be light and air. The use of overhangs and shading devices in the combination with automatic and manual shades that mitigate glare issues provide daylight spaces even on a cloudy day, such that 80 or 90% of the occupants rely solely on daylight during daylight hours. Internal and external loads are mitigated via hydronic heating and cooling, primarily via induction beams, chill beams that have cooling and heating capacities. The third sustainable feature was the material and construction, which was by the use of glass for the balance between heat gain and daylight harvesting capacity. It maximized the overall energy more. The wood from the renewable forest and which was designed in the early process to leave the wood untreated to alleviate the need for harmful chemical finishes. The untreated wood also required less maintenance over time, which made it more sustainable product. Even the cement used in the concrete was also engineered, and it minimized the amount of concrete required, and to also use 30% fly ash was a great addition to increase the percentage of recycled content, thereby making the concrete one of the most sustainable design mixes ever used in US at that time of construction. A complex water balancing model was developed to understand the quantities, frequencies, and demand types of water use. Because La Quella has a decent rain season that runs from November through February and then is relatively dry for the rest of the year, the team maximized the capture of rainfall for use in the building, which was using 2 civil cisterns and 1 storage tank under the garage, which provides 65 gallons of rainwater storage. Even this storage extended the utilization of reuse water almost throughout the summer months, which at that time had domestic water can be used for backup until reclaimed water from the utility was operational. The conclusion from this precedent study would be the architectural style of the institute included elements that complement the local urban and contextual area. Secondly, in keeping with the institute's dedication to openness, many institute buildings have glass walls and windows that promote transparency and create an atmosphere of indulgence between visitors and research observatories. This helps admit ample natural light within the building, in turn reducing greenhouse emissions to improve occupant comfort, health, and productivity. The institute frequently used biophilic design elements. This was another great achievement, fostering a sense of connection between the residents and nature through aspects like indoor plants, natural lighting, and vistas of outdoor setting. And lastly, the open floor plans, standard rooms, and thoroughly arranged meeting places encourage contact and a collaboration amongst researchers. It's a great precedent study. Thank you.